People over 50 face an accelerating risk of cellular mutation, but certain daily behaviors can erect a biological barrier that actively slows that process down. A 2022 study out of Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health tracked over 116,000 adults for 28 years. The researchers found that sticking to one specific category of daily habits reduces overall cancer risk in adults over 50 by 61%. We'll map the daily physical effort required against the actual biological anti-cancer return on investment. If you try to adopt all 5 of these protocols tomorrow morning, you will likely hit an execution gap and quit. The goal is to honestly evaluate the friction and pick the interventions matching your current lifestyle capacity. The lowest friction habit starts the moment you wake up. You need to consume 16 to 20 ounces of cold or room temperature filtered water before you drink coffee and before you eat food. After age 60, adults often operate in a state of chronic cellular dehydration without feeling thirsty. This slows down the lymphatic system. Flooding the body with water immediately upon waking restores lymphatic flow and supports autophagy, the process where cells break down damaged components before they can mutate. The daily trade-off is straightforward. You must delay the immediate gratification of your morning coffee, tolerate a heavy stomach right out of bed, and deal with frequent, immediate urination. Looking at our chart, morning hydration lands solidly in the lower left quadrant. It requires very low effort, but delivers a measurable foundational impact on cellular waste clearance. The second intervention is dietary, eating 1 to 2 servings of naturally fermented live culture foods like kefir, kimchi, or sauerkraut every day. A 2021 study from Stanford University proved that high fermented food diets measurably decrease 19 specific inflammatory proteins linked to cancer progression. They also repair age-related intestinal permeability, preventing bacterial toxins from entering the bloodstream. The critical execution detail here is sourcing. Pasteurized variants sitting on typical supermarket shelves are useless. The commercial heating process entirely kills the active cultures your gut needs. Executing this daily means vigilant label reading to find true live ferments. You have to tolerate distinctly sour flavor profiles and manage some potential digestive discomfort as your microbiome adjusts. On the matrix, live fermented foods join hydration in the lower left. It takes a little more effort in the grocery aisle, but the biological return on inflammation reduction is significant. These 2 habits form your base layer. They offer tangible cellular protection without forcing you to completely restructure your daily schedule. We move next to the interventions that demand significantly higher daily friction, starting with metabolic fasted walking. In 1931, biochemist Otto Warburg documented a specific quirk in tumor biology. Cancer cells rely almost entirely on glucose for energy, and they are incredibly poor at utilizing oxygen. You weaponize this quirk by doing 30 to 45 minutes of continuous walking at a pace that pushes your heart rate to 55 to 70. Doing this fasted in the morning aggressively depletes your circulating glucose while flooding your tissues with highly oxygenated blood. A massive data review by the American Cancer Society found that this specific level of sustained exertion correlates with severe risk reductions, including a 42% drop in colon cancer risk. The trade-off is steep. You have to endure a major schedule disruption, wake up to an hour earlier, and commit to physical stress before breakfast, regardless of the weather outside. Fasted metabolic walking jumps into our upper right quadrant. The schedule friction is high, but the impact of actively starving precancerous cells of their preferred fuel is immense. The next demanding protocol targets cancer stem cells through a dietary mechanism, activating sulforaphane using cruciferous vegetables. Research out of Johns Hopkins University shows that sulforaphane wakes up a genetic switch called NRF2. This switch triggers the repair of damaged DNA, effectively reversing the 40% decline in natural DNA repair function that occurs in adults between 50 and 70. This table shows exactly why most people fail this protocol. Fully cooking broccoli destroys the enzyme required to make sulforaphane. To get a high yield, you have to chop the vegetable and wait exactly 40 minutes for the chemical reaction to finish before lightly steaming it. The alternative is to eat raw broccoli sprouts for maximum impact. This requires rigid meal prep and strict kitchen time management. And if you choose the raw sprouts, you have to stomach their harsh, extremely pungent taste every day. Sulforaphane activation lands on the right boundary of our chart. It takes precise planning, but delivers a targeted strike against cancer stem cells. Moving from basic health maintenance to active cancer suppression requires you to trade modern conveniences, like quick cooking and sleeping in, for targeted physiological stress. That brings us to the final protocol. It is the single highest impact habit to execute, and socially the most difficult: oncological sleep architecture. During deep, slow-wave sleep, your brain flushes out toxic proteins. Simultaneously, your body produces its highest concentrations of natural melatonin. In this state, melatonin acts as a powerful antioxidant that directly inhibits tumors from building the new blood vessels they need to grow. Natural melatonin production naturally declines back to 70% between ages 40 and 70. If you disrupt your sleep cycle on top of that decline, you leave your body biologically unprotected. Correcting this requires incredibly strict environmental inputs. You need a consistent 10 p.m. bedtime, a completely pitch-black room rigidly maintained between 65 and 68 degrees, and absolutely no screens for a full 90 minutes before sleep. The lifestyle trade-off is severe. You sacrifice evening socialization, you lose the comfort of winding down with late-night television, and you have to fight to maintain that precise, cold bedroom temperature year-round. Because of these strict demands, sleep architecture takes the extreme top right corner of our chart. It demands the highest effort and yields the highest biological impact. True restorative sleep is an actively engineered state. It demands the greatest sacrifice of your modern lifestyle for the greatest biological reward. Hitting that full 61% risk reduction is difficult. Achieving maximum biological defense requires a life engineered around rigid rhythms, and that simply isn't feasible for everyone on day one. This matrix breaks down the interventions based on your current capacity, allowing you to pick a starting point without hitting choice paralysis. If you are the overwhelmed beginner, ignore the complex vegetable prep and strict sleep schedules. Focus entirely on drinking water first thing in the morning and sourcing real, unpasteurized fermented foods for an immediate, low-friction return. If you are already health-conscious, exercising and eating well, bridge the execution gap by shifting your routine to fasted morning heart rate walking. Use it to actively starve precancerous cells. For the optimizer, tackle the highest friction areas. Lock your bedroom at 68 degrees, put away the screens, and implement the 40-minute enzymatic vegetable prep to push your cellular defense to its absolute limit. Executing 2 of these habits consistently for 20 years is biologically superior to attempting all 5 and quitting after a week. Look at the trade-offs, find your capacity, and make your choice tomorrow morning.